It's Sim. I'm back, and the kitchen is open. It's been a few days since we chit-chatted. I have so many things to say. Like, I genuinely had so much life happen. Today I was like, I have not posted in 3 days. My apartment was crazy. I had a great time though, so I'm not gonna complain about it. I just consciously was like, let me just be present for a bit. So, here's my planner. I will start with, it was a pretty big week for me overall. I feel like it should be the biggest highlight that my art debuted at the Orange County Fair, but that actually falls pretty low on the weekend for me. But I'll start there, because I feel like I owe it to my artist self. I am a photographer. I'm a woman with many lives, but right now I'm a photographer, and I had some art debut at the Orange County Fair. Yay! It was fun. It was cute. I did the $5 food before 5 deal, so like it was just food everywhere for $5. It was great. And we saw the Alaskan pig race. We went to the agriculture parts and saw the weird looking pumpkins and zucchinis and the baby pigs and all that fun stuff. The fair, the quintessential American fair. Right, moving on. So I make my way over to the photography gallery and I'm looking for my art, and it was just such a interesting moment because I really don't like being seen. I don't know. I don't like when people I know perceive me as an art and also see my art at the same time. Like, I know that everybody has their own idea of me in their head, and I vibe with that. Like, let's keep that there. I don't really want to influence that, and I feel like when they see my art influences that, and I think that's why I don't like when people I know see my art. I like a little separation, but whatever. So my family went with me to go look. They have made it very clear they want to be more involved in my art life, so I was like, right, let me work through that. Yes, working through it. And so we go to the photo gallery. I'm looking for my art. I go to the portrait section. I don't see my picture, which is weird because I submitted a portrait. So then I find my picture in the travel section. And long story short, they put my portrait in like the destination travel section because I'm a black woman. And ultimately I was just like, I knew I would experience like racism and other BS from the art community, but I just didn't think it would happen immediately. But also the Orange County Fair is Orange County, so what am I expecting? Orange County is like the most racist place in freaking California, so my bad. But yeah, so they put my photography in the travel destination section. I really wasn't vibing with it, I'm not gonna lie. And it was hard to like conceal my shot because my family was with me, and like I anticipated not winning. I didn't submit to win, but I did not submit knowing that they could miscategorize my work. Like, there was other portraits in the portrait section that were very like travel-y, or like where the subject was more shrouded and hidden, and that was very much a choice I made. It was a theme, but I just felt like they kind of didn't know what to do with me. And yeah, so then I found my other picture. It was of the Eiffel Tower, and it also didn't place, but it was fine. I don't know, like I saw the things that placed, and some of it was really strong, but a lot of it also really wasn't all that strong. I found a lot of things that placed to be generic or were like just boring, things that we had seen before, or like they were like low quality. Like the picture was all ruffled and wrinkled in the freaking presentation. I'm like, well, you guys said presentation counted. Why is that first place if it's being presented poorly? So I was just like, all right. It reminded me of Rick and Morty, when he's like, something like, your boos don't bother me, I've seen what you applaud for. And that's very much how I felt. Like, initially I was like, I'm gonna write a strongly worded email, I need y'all to take this down, I don't like it, blah, blah. And then the more I sat with it, the next day I was just like, well, there's no such thing as bad publicity, for one. For two, I can't say I don't care, but I kind of don't care. Like, my agenda was to get over my fear of being seen, to get over my fear of submitting work and my fear of displaying work. And as far as I'm like aware, I've already accomplished all of that. So I'm just like, all right, cool. And also, now that I see what they're doing, I'm like, maybe I just like, I don't know, you know, I'm like, I'll keep submitting. But maybe my thing is like, I always just want to have something in the OC fair. Maybe it'll place, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I don't care. Like, having a little bit of detachment as an artist, I think, is very important. So, all that to say, I really did not vibe with this situation. It was emotionally big for a little bit. It was a little sore because I was like, what? But also, I saw some really, really beautifully talented photos in there, and they didn't place nothing. And I was like, why? At least let me loose to that, because there was, when I say there was some beautiful, gorgeous photography in there, I was genuinely floored that they would pick like things that we've seen 50,000 times. But I've also heard that to be a thing with these competitions, or photo competitions in general, is that like everybody, a lot of the judges are kind of looking for like Nat Geo style, or like quirky little pictures, like, you know. And I'm, as an artist, pretty moody and dramatic. I just am, even if it's vibrant or it's dark, I am like big and expressive, so I don't think this was necessarily the venue to capture that or to even have that reflected. And that's fine. My art is up on display at the Orange County Fair through August 18th or something, so if y'all want to see it, please go see it and report back to me. Do you perceive this differently? Do you have different thoughts and opinions? Maybe I'm jaded. I mean, I kind of trust myself, so I don't think I'm jaded, but if you have different opinions, I'm totally open to hearing what you say. I will say that much. Woo! Okay. Now, moving on. This was the first time I rode the rides at the fair in years, and I had a blast. I was afraid of dying, but I didn't die, so I will consider it a win. The food was affordable. I did get the fair wristband. It was like $50, and you get 10 rides or 10 games, and I was worried that might not be enough, but I did 7 rides and whatever, 3 games, and it was perfect. You know, like, I was busy every hour of the way. Like, I would do it again. And usually when I go to the fair, I feel like I'm being ripped off. I didn't feel like I was being ripped off this time. Like, everything was low-key affordable. Like, they really did a good job bringing those prices down. So yeah, go fair. Go fair, go fair, go fair. I think last I vlogged, I had just came back from a night in with my homegirls for her birthday. That was fun. What else did I do this weekend? I had some family in town. My sister came to visit me. She lives in Nevada, so, you know, it's always nice when I get to hang out with my sisters. I have 2. I'm big sister. We are 10 and 15 years apart. Yeah, so people are always like, what's your relationship? I'm like, these are my sisters. These are not my children, but, you know. It was the first time in a while the 3 of us got to come together, because one lives in Los Angeles and the other one lives in Nevada. So I was like, oh my gosh, all the sisters are here. What? You know, it's a little awkward because they don't really know each other, but it's funny to me because I know both of them pretty intimately. I'm just like, y'all don't know each other, but I know y'all, and I feel like because I know y'all, y'all know y'all, and that's not how that works, but that's big sister logic. So yeah, it was really nice to have the 3 of us. What else did I do? I went to a Slum Village concert. Oh, I talked about that, right, in a previous recording. I just got back from the gym, by the way, so that's why I'm looking real chill and casual. This leotard is amazing. I got it from Universal Standard a few years ago, and I think they are since bankrupt, if I'm not mistaken, so you can't get it anywhere. But I worked on the Stairmaster for a while, and then I did a nice little glute circuit, a little bit of ab training, and I sat in the sauna. And in doing that, it was hard to get to the gym, I would say that. It was actually just a really hard day for me. Yesterday I was exhausted from the weekend. Today I was like trying to catch up with work and just catch up with myself and, you know, make sure my dogs are straight and clean the apartment. And I was like, my aura rings that I'm getting sick. And I was like, I gotta go to the gym. I was out late last night seeing the Odyssey till like 2 in the morning. And today I was just like, I feel like I'm getting away from myself. Like I am losing the plot. What am I? Who am I? How am I? Like I feel like I was gonna walk into a room and be like, hey y'all, how y'all doing? And I have to answer my own question like, but how am I doing? And judging by, anytime there's clutter in my space, I have to assume mentally I'm not doing well. Because me, when I'm well, I'm organized, I'm clean, there's no clutter. There was clutter today. I overslept through a meeting. Luckily, the meeting was canceled anyways by the grace of the universe. But like, you know, you really gotta stay on top of stuff. And today I was like, I'm not on top of nothing. So let me at least go to the gym. I told myself, look, you just gotta do 30 minutes a day, babe. However you're active, be like intentionally active, move your body for real good, at least 30 minutes a day. And that's been working. It's been really interesting because I think I'm low-key doing body recount because I haven't seen a drop in my weight, but I've seen very, very visible signs of fat loss. So I'm just like, okay. Not mad at that. Not mad at that. I lift pretty heavy. I like being strong. So it is what it is. I did eat a little crazy this past week, but I'm back on it. I just literally put my protein ice cream in the freezer. As you can see, I have a Ninja Creamy right here. So I'm gonna make a pineapple protein ice cream and then just like a, vanilla situation. And, I have a sweet tooth right now, so I was like, let's be proactive and navigate that. And then when it comes to candy, I just chew on my creatine gummies when like I want candies. So I view those things as like harm reduction. I'm not saying that it's the healthiest, but I am saying it's better than me waking up and making waffles. Harm reduction. Ooh, yeah. What a week, what a day. So my apartment is clean again. I went to the gym. I felt good about it. And like, when I was coming back and getting ready to make this video, I was just like, man, it's not really about being perfect, and consistency is great, and obviously you want to work towards being consistent and doing the things daily that you said you would do, but at the end of it all, it's really just about coming back to yourself quickly, right? Like, I realized I veered off my path a little bit these last few days, and today I was like, okay, it's been like 2 days since you have like started to slip, and I know when I slip, I call 911. Like you don't go to the gym one day and then you look up 6 months later, dang, you ain't been to the gym in 6 months. That's how I can get. So I was like, no, you're 2 days in, you're pretty far, like you're like a month and a half on a really good streak. Like there's a cliff and you don't have to slip off of it. You can come back up right now. You can turn around, you can turn around. So I dragged myself to the gym. I was like, you are going to the gym. You have goals that you want to hit that you cannot hit if you don't go to the gym. And not even just physically. Going to the gym, sorry if you hear my dishwasher, but going to the gym does a lot of things for me mentally, energy-wise. It clears me out. It makes me focus. And like, you not only go to the gym so you can be hot, but you go to the gym so you can be productive, so you can do what you gotta do in life in general. Like, you gotta have that energy moving. And I was like, I understand that you got away from yourself, but I need you to master the art of getting back to yourself quicker. Like, if last time it took me 6 months to get back to the gym, this time it better take me 3 months. Next time it better take me 2 months. The time after that, it better take me a week. Like, I'm actively making sure that whatever cycle I'm in, I'm like, let's shorten it. Let's keep it tight. Keep it tight, but also, have some grace. Like, I'm not mad at myself for navigating the week that I had the way I did. I feel very full socially. I got to see a lot of people I love and care about, so I'm not mad about it. But I also understand what the trade-off is, and I'm like, well, I have some goals I'm working towards that I don't necessarily. Malibu is begging to get out right now. You want me to open it? I'm gonna let my dog out 1 second. Here you go. Go. She was just begging at the door to go out. What you want to say? She don't want to say nothing for real. Look at my little baby. This is my baby. She's 6. All right. Back to the vision. See that detour? You just make sure you come back. Yeah, that's all. I feel pretty proud of myself because I was. Oh, hey, whoa, baby. I'm gonna close that door. Hold on. I wish my dog just like barked. Like now only screams. She has that little high-pitched chihuahua scream. Goodness. Anyways, all that to say, you know, I took a book. I was in the sauna reading. I'm reading Creative Way, An Act of Being, I think it's called, by Rick Rubin. And just figuring it out. Like, people keep asking, like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just doing. I can't really say what I'm doing because I don't really know fully, but I know the universe is working on me and I'm just going to let it work on me. So I'm following my artistic and creative impulses and like actually seeing them through to the end and hoping and trusting that it'll manifest into something beautiful and worthy. Because I think that's all that ever happens when you follow your creative instincts. Like when you see them through to the end, you have no choice but to be successful because most people don't even actually do that. Like if you can do that and you have something to show your creativity, I think you're in a really solid place. So also I'm talented. It works out. I'm gonna make dinner. I'm having chicken, pasta, ravioli. I'm having chicken and cheese ravioli pasta. I was like, what else is in there? That's it. I meal prepped that yesterday. Oh, I should make some veggies. I'm gonna make some veggies as well. Maybe like a bean salad or something. Yeah, and you know, focus on getting the rest of my life organized and clean and decluttered, man. Don't have no clutter. Don't be a bad lady. And let that go. Let it go frequently. And such is life. That's all I have for y'all today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.